Welcome in. I am going to deep dive and dissect your psychological so that we can stay at the forefront of what's going on in the depths of your soul. And the first thing that came through is sorrow. And whatever this sorrow is, whatever this grief is that you're feeling at this moment, is sort of I get the feeling of it being like past lives, memories from past lives. There's a lot of distance between the emotions and feelings that you may be having, and divine guidance is coming in to sort of merge you into the past, present, and future. But you are being given an invitation to open your heart and knowing that everything is inside and not outside of you. But divine guidance, the one card that I did pull was temperance. And so that always reminds me that I'm being divinely guided. It's the pouring in and the out, right? Because you've got the two. There's no seamless. It's absolutely seamless. So we're going to look a little bit deeper into your past lives. I've got, where are they? Give me 1 second. I want to look at. So these are the Priestess of Light. And so we're going to look to see what kind of energy you may be feeling so that we can translate that into a more clear dialogue so that you understand what may be happening. Okay. So, soul radiance. The phoenix is rising. And so, like I said, you are being given an invitation to open up your heart. I did pull a flame card, a twin flame card, which is one with self. So, you are blossoming. You are opening up in ways that are probably a little bit uncomfortable. But remember, getting outside your comfort zone and showing up for yourself in new ways is very uncomfortable and not always not always easy. So it's like communicating in ways that you never communicated before. You could be saying words that are unfamiliar and then you have to go look them up. So it's like your higher spirit is coming in and starting to guide you in new ways and going to lead you in directions that are unfamiliar because you've never gone in that direction before. So I'm going to read this. Becoming one with yourself is similar to a lotus flower blossoming. It takes a long time for the root system to cultivate the universal intelligence within, which contains the blueprint for the beauty that follows, displaying pure perfection. This card is an indication that your genius within is awakening and your brilliance is about to emerge. As you continue to tap into the hidden power that is stored within your higher self, it provides you with extraordinary wisdom. Your greatest potential is ready to bloom and illuminate your inner beauty, which will magnetically attract your heart's desires. This ever unfolding process is constructed so that you become one with yourself. Be willing to see your true reflection in the mirror shown to you by others without judgment. Spend time with you, collect your fragments, and accept all of you, your life and the world. It will help you balance your ego and your heart, show up as love, lead with love, and share love. Let your life be an example of passion in motion, making your possibilities endless. You're being shown who you were in past lives. So you are potentially remembering experiences, feelings, ideas. All of this is real stuff, and we don't want to. if you need validation or you need confirmation, I'm here to give that to you today. I've been on this journey for 18 years, and there were so many pathways that I was being taken down and creating connections with that I couldn't explain to anybody. Nobody could understand the intimate experience that I was having personally. So whatever intimate experience that you're having, it is real, very, very real for you. And it's there to remind you of your soul. It's there to remind you of the boundless, limitless universe that we live in. And as you start to pick up those soul fragments, you really do start to step into a whole version of yourself. When we only have parts and pieces and we don't understand where we came from or what we're doing here or what our purpose is, then we stay lost. And so Spirit is coming in to take you on a journey, to guide you. So anytime you come and you do readings like this, they're seamless. The messages you're receiving are yours. And now it's just a matter of accepting that. And then as the messages come in, then you're able to sort of translate them, marinate on them, and then put all the pieces together. But it does take a little bit of time to do that. If this reading resonates with you, please like and subscribe. And if you want to work with me, my link is in my bio. Okay, I'm going to read this High Priestess, or this Priestess card. It's Soul Radiance, Phoenix Rising. It's like the very last page, or the last one. Let me see. Yeah, it's the very last one. So you are on your last leg of the race here. So the first card I did pull today was sorrow. So that's important. You may be feeling sad, and that's a state of consciousness that's taking you on a journey as well. Every state of consciousness reminds us of something, helps us remember something, helps us work through something. And remember, this time too shall pass. This time too shall pass. Use every emotional state as an emotional state to see something that you couldn't see before. It's like if I'm always happy, then I miss the lower frequencies where I'm not happy, and so I can put all the pieces together. They're all just states of consciousness, helping us see something we couldn't see in the other states. So this radiant priestess calls out that your ultimate victory is at hand. Her arms and wings are raised in salutation. And I just look, that's like the Temperance card. That just gave me so many chills. Whew. A new beginning is arriving after a long and perhaps difficult time. In fact, you are about to take the flight of the phoenix and rise above the ashes of some old unwanted fire. This fire may have taken different forms, work or finances, relationships or health issues to varying degrees. It may have seemed like an intermediate dry spell, a lengthy period of waiting for change or longing for resolution. It's like you're standing at the doorway. Face what you've avoided. Face what you have avoided. Avoidance is a chain in disguise. What you're not willing to face still controls you. Okay. Wow. Okay, so, or the fire may have much more severe, involving loss, anxiety, or deep grief. There may even have been times when you felt the difficulties would consume you. This card is telling you that those times are coming to an end. a newfound sense of freedom arises. But don't forget the source of real power and freedom is always within you. When you find yourself living through a dark night of the soul, remember the presence and truth of your spirit. Your soul's resonant frequency vibrates with divine light, with that no darkness can diminish. It is only when you obsess about your personal problems that you feel surrounded by loss and limitation. But you must let the false view go. Real solutions arise when you open up to the power of your eternal truth and perspective. So if you're still trying to overcome a difficult situation, or if something has caused self-doubt or a loss of courage, pause to meditate on your own unending light. For it is this divine frequency, your own soul's radiance, that will finally lift you above the old limitations into free, unfettered flight. Here's your affirmation. I feel the power of my soul radiating outward in beautiful resonant vibrations. Success is coming to me now. So here's soul radiance. So you're at the end of a story, and there's a lot of mourning, potentially resistance to change. So you are getting ready to rise from the ashes. We're going to look and see what might be blocking you, or what's needed to be surrendered. Okay. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. Turn in to your inner voice. Be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments that come through to guide you. Trust yourself and your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what to do. Take action. Be confident that you've chosen the right path. So we've got a little bit more sorrow to work through. That's okay. Like, say, I feel sad. I feel sad. Once you say, I feel sad, then you can be sad. And then you don't have to define sad. You can just be sad. And that's going to pull you into past lives. You're remembering your past lives. Past lives are an accumulation of this life. And so it's really easy to see what past lives were based on what you're currently experiencing and what you're holding on to. Remember, everything in your brain, every thought you have is a past thought. It's not a present thought. Present is living, execution, action, movement. If you're thinking, you're pulling from the past and recycling what it is that you did. So there is a point in time where it's time to shut down the thought system in order to execute the present moment. And so Spirit is asking you to go on this journey, but understand the viewing of it is past, execution is present. So as you receive information from the past, if you can just execute that information in the present, then you're on the right path. Spirit is divinely guiding you. There's so much guidance in this reading. This could be somebody that passed over even. Let me see. You are experiencing the dark night here. You are not alone. I am always with you. Close your eyes and see. You are valued here in the spirit realm. You are surrounded by spirits, right? I just pulled I have a homemade deck that I created in order to tap into, let the spirits have something to speak through. And those are literally the cards I just pulled. I'm going to pull, just for fun, I'm going to pull a Divine Feminine card here. Divine Feminine card. You're doing wonderful. When we talk about Phoenix Rising, or we talk about the dark night of the soul, or we have sorrow or past lives here, this is a very intricate, complex process, and you must just be in it, and you must just be okay to be in it. And there's nothing scary. Remember, there's nothing scary. It feels scary. Our nervous system tells us that we should be scared, but you're just fine. You're going to be just fine. And again, if there has been somebody that's passed over for you, they're with you right now. They're asking you to see. You've already entered into that spirit realm. So let's see. Oh my gosh, I pulled this card yesterday. That's so crazy. Ananaya Maya Ma. Me and a friend did a house clearing, and he saw her in this house clearing. He described her to me, and of course we didn't know who she was. He just described the figure that he was seeing in the house. And a couple days later, this fell out of my deck, and I was like, that looks just like the woman he's describing. And so I sent him a picture of her, and he was stunned because he was like, oh my gosh, that's her. So spirit can break through the veil in several different ways, and it's important just to be present to that revealing of the spirit. So right now, the joy permeated mother, I am my own guru. I know the self that never changes. I love Anamaya Ma because she was nothing but joy and stayed consistent through all time and space. It's like as your kids grow, they're just growing, and you're just this solid figure in their life that never changes. You're always available. The voice stays the same. Your energy stays the same. You're always in open arms when they arrive. It's the consistency of the mother is what Anamaya Ma represents. The consistency. And this is mother energy, nurturing energy, soul radiance, the Phoenix Rising. Anamaya Ma. Let me see. Where is she? She's on page 68. So, Anamaya Ma represents the essence of the expansion joy that comes when we remember our true self. Nirmala Sundari, which means beautiful one in Bengali, was born in the late 19th century in what is now Bangladesh. Her family questioned her mental stability because from an early age she was always found in bhavas, or ecstatic states of bliss. At 13, she was married to a man she would later name Bholanath, and he supported her life as a mystic and saint. At 26, Nirmala enacted her own spiritual initiation. The ceremony and rites were spontaneously revealed to her from within. She explained, as the master, I revealed the mantra. As the disciple, I accepted it and started to recite it. In the 1920s, she set up a Kali temple and devoted her life to spiritual practices. She began to be recognized as the living embodiment of the divine feminine and as the incarnation of Kali, as divine love. Her first disciple named her Anamaya Ma, joy permeated mother. because her blissful states would inspire others to remember their innate path to joy. Her first ashram was built in 1929. Her profound spiritual teachings began to attract scholars, philosophers, artists, and other contemporary mystics like Yogananda. She refused to be called a guru, insisting that we are all ultimately one self. She loved all living creatures exactly the same, including herself. Annamaya Ma gave the red thread to women for the reason which was a sacred right of bestowing spiritual authority previously only given to men. There's a passage in Autobiography of a Yogi relates an encounter he had with Annamaya Ma. He asks her why she is always so filled with joy and can enter states of bliss instantly. She explains to him that she is aware of her true self. She knows that before she came to earth, she was the same as a little girl, and later when she grew into a woman. Still, she was the same. And now sitting in front of Yogananda, she remains the same. And even after death, she says, though the dance of creation changes around me, I shall be the same. This is a self-realization merging with the aspect within us that never changes. It's becoming conscious of the self that is eternal while within this brief mortal existence. Annamaya Ma believed that the only true calling or purpose any of us have is to become realized. And so she believed that any action we take toward that goal is sacred. There's a deep, calm, abiding joy that arrives when we can merge with the aspect of us that never changes. I am my own guru. I know the self that never changes. It's a deep breath. Wow. There's a lot of dark and light energy in this reading, and you are experiencing the abyss, the yin, the yang, the dark, the light, the polars, and your mood is potentially fluctuating in all kinds of different directions, but you're in the storm, and while you're in the storm, you just have to sit in it. If you try to figure out the storm, I always say like those Chinese handcuffs, when you put those on your finger and the more you try to pull apart, they cling onto you more and more and more. But once you relax and just slowly pull your fingers out, then it becomes unstuck. So it's important to just sit with this. You're doing a great job. There's a lot of energy here. Speak to your spirit guides, journal, write things down, and allow unfamiliar information to come in and allow it to marinate as it starts to make sense. That's where you'll start to really tap into man of the earth, woman of the sky. The merging of your conscious and subconscious, your heart and your head, everything is starting to merge together, and that is very impactful to your nervous system. So just allow that process to unfold effortlessly. And here is a Kali Ma card. Kali Ma card. You're being offered a spiritual gift from the Divine Mother. There it is again. Your path need not be one of endless exertion. Connecting with pleasure as a path of personal empowerment, intending to bring spiritual benefit to the collective. Through the softening and opening of your heart is an act of worshiping the divine feminine. Let yourself receive her loving gifts. Wow. This is an offering to rip your heart open, look within, and see your soul's blueprint. It's revealing itself to you right now. What does that look like? Ask yourself, what does that look like? It's my absolute honor to be here. My compassionate heart is sending you all of the beautiful energy that you could possibly need in order to alchemize this reading. Again, allow this reading to marinate for a little while without trying to define it. And if it did resonate, subscribe, like, share this with a friend. And it's an honor to be here. I love you, and until next time.